mic, they gon' play it on repeat. Cash 100 milli check, I get paid just to breathe. Kill it 24/7, cause I slay in my sleep. Flames pipe down when I enter in the convo.
Remember now, we're not here to judge anybody. We want to handle this with love, right? You want to tell him how his drug abuse has hurt you, maybe hurt himself. Okay, Harold, what time did you tell him to be here?
5 o'clock, but he's always late.
No, he'll be here. In 3, 2, 1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
I don't know. What do you think, Nate? Is it already past? Well, I don't know. You're in a different time zone than me. Is it already past the 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
It's 9:02.
There you go, man. See, I'm sorry, folks. We're way past it now. It's already gone. We missed our opportunity, unfortunately.
Sorry, 4 hours too late.
Yep. Unfortunately, the crack's all gone by now. No one crack has the way they are and everything and whatnot. I doubt there's any left for us. Unfortunately, me and Nate are fucked when it comes to the crack, unfortunately, tonight. That's okay, though. Because we are, of course, on the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. We are rocking it. Just the two of us. Nate the Great. Jeff S., a.k.a. True Knowledge. The humbled co-host of the legitimately monetized, as always, like semi-professional MCU'S Bleeding Edge. Nate has been so kind to decide to jump on with me last minute and shit. He's such a good friend of mine for such a long time. On my first ever late night, not for him so much, but for me anyways, on the East Coast, late night, 12 midnight live stream. I've never even done one this live before. First time ever in my history of my content creation.
I haven't done one either. In fact, this show doesn't even count for me because it's 9 o'clock.
There you go. See,
the latest I've done was 10.
See, 9 o'clock's not bad, but I've never done one at midnight before. I have, well, you know what? No, I never have. I have gone on other people's shows before from other countries that where I guested or whatever and whatnot, from the UK and whatnot and everything. And the Netherlands.
I've been on one guest. I've been a guest one time in another country and they're from London.
Yep. Yeah. And you know me, I'm always going to be the first one to be like, what can I do on my end to make it work for you, right? So at that point, I don't care. I let them choose. They tell me what time they want to do it. If that means that I've got to record at 3 a.m., I do it.
As long as it doesn't avoid school or work.
There you go. And then, of course, my loyal and wonderful veteran YouTuber and content creator, Cybernetic Shark, on the Bleeding Edge, on his old work schedule, actually would want to do trailer reaction videos and shit after he'd get off of work at 2, 3, 4 a.m. He'd want to record with me. So I'd have to record with him then too. But no, I'd do it because I wanted to. But you know what, Nate? You know what's really cool? I didn't have a chance to tell you. Cyber actually changed his work schedule to where now he can actually guest for the first time. It's not just me anymore. You believe it? So, legitimately, he's going to be on the Sunday show this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing the Sunday show, covering the same thing we're covering tonight, the San Diego Comic-Con Marvel Studios panel and everything about it. Honestly, it's been fun, man. For the first time, me and Cyber actually got to guest together on Joey, J-Rant 2000's, a podcast Odyssey show. I think you've met him before. Yeah.
A few times, but yes.
Yeah, we've been doing the last 3 weeks in a row, we've been doing 70s, 80s, 90s action and sci-fi films. We started with I think Total Recall. Classic. Did you ever see Total Recall?
I've heard of it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger? Great movie. And then we started with Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell. You probably didn't see that one either, right?
That one doesn't sound
That's
familiar.
okay. That's okay. Folks, just so you know out there, some of you may be younger, some of you may be older like me. At Nate's age, it is perfectly fine to have not watched Big Trouble in Little China. I would not expect him to have watched it. I mean, honestly, if you were not alive in the 80s or whatever, why would you have watched it? So there you go.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of 60s movies, but not a lot.
We did Alien, the first Alien film. I know you saw that before.
Ooh, yes.
We did that last week. And then this week, this Monday, we're going to do Mad Max, the original Mad Max with Mel Gibson.
Okay.
And then we were actually, the other day, we were just bullshitting on the review. And we were talking about how, I was thinking about how cool it would be. I've always wanted to review the Lord of the Rings films, man. I always have. Would that be fun?
Yes, that would be fun. That's something I haven't thought about doing that before.
I know. I'm thinking about planning something like on the Bleeding Edge or whatever, where we do like a multi-part review series or whatever to all three films.
You know what? I'm off this week from school. I still have work, but I'm off this week from school, and I probably can spend that time and watching and taking notes.
Well, honestly, this would be something that I would probably want to plan and like wait a little bit before I would jump on.
That's true.
But honestly, though, while you have that time, besides working on the Minds Creativity Network with me, the network that we are blessed to be on, and we are actually officially going to launch here soon, because I have legitimately upgraded my crack to like a higher level of crack at this point, like a better, more productive crack. That gets you higher for more than 3 minutes. It's actually like 4.5 minutes now. So at this point now, I'm ready to like actually go legit and like get heavy and shit and get after it with the Minds Creativity Network. You know, now that I've advanced my crack game. You know, so at that point, Nate doesn't need crack, you know, because he's young. You know what I mean? He's not old like me. He can just do it all natural. But no, we gotta work on that. We gotta get us a Twitch. We gotta get us a TikTok and all that good stuff. But I don't know what you got going on content creation wise, Nate. But if you need me to guest on anything and whatnot or anything, if you want me to come on any of your shows, if you have anything planned, I'm happy to come on.
Actually, right now, what I'm thinking about doing, thinking about it, I haven't decided on maybe reacting, do like a short to a short.
Have
you
been on a hiatus kind of from like podcasting and doing YouTube like on your own?
Yes. But that's because the last 3 weeks I've been doing 3 classes, which I'm not doing that anymore.
I understand.
I'm going down to 2.
Good.
So
you're busy.
Yeah, I've been busy.
You're busy. And I think but at the same time too, weren't you kind of at a place anyway where you kind of like weren't really sure what direction you wanted to go in, if you wanted to start a new show, what kind of show you wanted to go with?
So I'm changing my direction up a little bit. You know, I'm doing this show and I get it's probably going to last an hour 30. But every show I host won't be that way anymore.
You're going to go all out and start doing the ones like I do, like I did with Biz for like 3.5 hours long and shit?
No. Actually, I'm going to go shorter. I'm going to do multiple episodes. And I'm going to do multiple episodes a day. Say like 3, 5, but they're only going to last 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay.
And they're going to be one topic only. Every once in a while, I'll pop on as a guest on other people's shows. And that might be an hour long, maybe even longer. But I'm not going to host any more of that, the other stuff.
Well, it's a good point that you make, because I have decided that I need to really start making it. Now that especially since I was telling Nate earlier, I've been feeling a lot better. I've been feeling kind of ill, kind of down lately. I've been feeling a lot better recently. Honestly, oh shit, sorry. I've been feeling a lot better. Sorry about that. That's our actual Facebook show right now. I like to pull it up on the other laptop so I can see it. StreamYard doesn't show us the people on Facebook or Twitch or any of that and whatnot. All we see on here is the YouTube views.
Yeah, I noticed that with my on the ASAP network when I do the sports status podcast, it shows every single stream except for my personal Facebook account.
Yeah. Oh, we're on Rumble now too.
That's true.
We're on Rumble now. I didn't tell you that. I haven't talked to you in a minute. That's new. It's new information. We're on there right now.
You said
Rumble.
You didn't tell me that, but you did, however, tell me that you were working on trying to get that.
Yes, I was. That's right. You know about Rumble, right? The video content platform. They gave us free exclusive live streaming rights on the platform. You know me, Nate. You know how I like to negotiate with people, man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to accept having to pay for shit if I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm very good at it too. And Nate knows that too. I'm no joke. I'm not playing around, folks. He's seen the real deal. I've shown him the proof. I'm not afraid to approach anybody and be like, hey, I want some free shit. Hey, it worked with StreamYard, baby. Hey, I'm now an affiliate and a partner with StreamYard. Thank you, StreamYard. It is wonderful to be a partner. Thank you.
I think you probably should show me how to do that.
You know how I did it? I reached out to the same woman that gave me the free, StreamYard package. I emailed her and I asked her about the affiliate program. I asked her to call me personally on my phone. She emailed me back and told me she would. And we talked on the phone. And she was like, well, if you want to be an affiliate, I know the woman that runs the partner program. Why don't you just become a partner? Anyways, you might as well. And I'll talk to her and let her know about you. I'll tell her who you are. Maybe she can fast track it. Bam, it was done. So I got an email from them that they need me to send them, like, I guess some W-9s or whatever and whatnot, so I can get paid whenever I actually do some shit. I don't even know how the partner program works. I know how the affiliate program works. It's pretty simple, obviously. Whenever I get somebody to join StreamYard through me, I get paid. Which would have been nice if I'd done this like a year ago, considering the fact that at this point, I think probably like maybe 15 or 20 different creators have gotten StreamYard because of me. So, which is no big deal. It's not because of me. I mean, there's only so many of these platforms that are out there that are this good. There's Restream, there's this, pretty much.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, it's common sense. People are going to come on your show and see it, and they're going to be like, oh, I want this. Not complicated, It happens all the time. That's how Joey got his StreamYard. J-Rent. Guesting on the Bleeding Edge. So, anyways, but no, Nate, what do you call it? I don't know how the whole partner program works yet. I've got to actually talk to somebody over there and have them explain it to me, or go on the StreamYard and actually look it up and see, in the guidelines or whatever, or the about, section, like what it actually is all about, like what I get out of it and everything, right? I assume probably that I'm going to have to do things like advertise them and stuff like that and whatnot, and mention them during our shows and things of that nature, I would assume, right? As a partner.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that's probably part of the deal. Because you're basically like a spokesperson at that point, I think. But again, folks, I'm still evolving as a content creator, so I don't always understand some of these concepts. So some of these things are very big for me. I never thought I would ever even be monetized on YouTube. It never even occurred to me it would ever even happen until it happened. So I was very humbled. You better believe me when it happened.
And there's some things I still need to figure out. I need to figure out how I'm going to get organized and do all this kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I'm doing it, but like how I'm going to get them all done.
It's all cyber, man. Honestly.
Yeah, to be organized.
He's the one that went on the YouTube studio and went ahead and applied for the monetization. I did not even know that on the YouTube studio, if you go down and scroll down at the bottom of the page, there is a freaking tab that you can click on that says monetization. I didn't even know. Well, Cyber did. So he went ahead and hit it and applied, and bam, we got it. There you go.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
There you go. That just shows you how intelligent true knowledge really is. Isn't that funny, Nate?
I'm actually looking at it right now. I'm gonna pull it up. Actually,
I'm the biggest fake fraud, true knowledge in history. But I can speak Tuscan, so that's definitely a unique talent to have. I can talk to the sand people on Tatooine, which makes you a very rare person. They are very hard to talk to. Oh, you know what, Nate? Before we watch the Black Panther 2 trailer and actually like do a show and whatnot, cover some Marvel, I got a surprise for you, a little treat. I think you're gonna like it. And believe me, it's nothing crazy. It's not some crackhead video or whatever. I promise. Not tonight. I'm not gonna do that to you. This will actually be something you'll like. I guarantee it. I did this just for you as a surprise, my friend. I thought you'd like this.
He's dead.
Realize I love you. I understand no more surprises, but I really hope you pull off one last one. Say goodbye. Small chance. We owe this. Everyone is not this time. Whatever it takes.
Oh shit. I thought the hand was going to hit.
I like this one.
There you go, my friend. Did you like that?
I like that everybody got quiet when that Thor and Captain Marvel scene happened.
I never thought to even ask you before. I can't remember if I ever did. You know, I love watching trailer reactions. I do all the time. I love doing it. Gets me really pumped and everything. Gets me all jacked up and whatnot. If I need that kind of thing, you know, gets me like energized and whatnot. Gets me in a better mood. I never get tired of them. I don't. Do you watch them too?
Yes.
They're fun, aren't they?
I watch more music reactions than trailer, but I do watch trailer reactions.
You don't ever go back just for fun or whatever once in a while and watch like the Infinity War trailer reactions or whatever, or the Endgame trailer reactions?
No. They're more newer. They're more newer.
Okay. I'm sorry, man, but I think that Endgame trailer, I think that's the second trailer for Endgame, is just awesome.
It is.
So, I mean, like, and I have the Infinity War second trailer as well. And we're going to watch that one too for contrast because it's so different. It's so much more action-packed and everything and whatnot compared to that one that is serious. And honestly, I feel like actually it might be the Avengers Infinity War first trailer. I can't remember. Either way, they're both great. But no, it was such a stark contrast, you know, because those Infinity War trailers were awesome. They were awesome. But the tone, the music, the vibe, the energy was totally different than the Endgame trailer. It was totally different. And that Endgame trailer we just watched was so almost haunting. Like with the music and everything in the background and everything being so dramatic and all the like sad stuff and everything and whatnot, and like the flashbacks to like the origin stories of like the big three, you know?
Yeah.
How it built up throughout the trailer, it built up and built up and built up to that end where you then get the whatever it takes part from all the original 6 Avengers or whatever, basically. Not all of them, but most of them. It is built up and built up and built up to it, to the point where when you finally get to the part where you see Widow shooting the handgun on the range, popping that clip in like 1.5 seconds and shit, as she says it, and then you see Cap in that split second tightening up his shield, all dirty and shit and everything and whatnot. You know, what the hell's going on? You know? And he looks so intense. It's just like, then you finally see Tony, and he says whatever it takes. It's like, Jesus, man, that was intense shit.
Yeah, I liked. I noticed that I was gonna say something, but then I realized no, like the big three fought in Avengers: Age of Ultron. There's a brain fire.
What's that?
I was gonna say that, and now that I realized it, there's only been 2 films where they all of the big three fought with each other, and I realized I forgot about Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Well, wait a minute. You mean like fought against each other?
No, like with each other.
Oh, I was going to say because they only fought against each other in Avengers. Remember they had that
there
was
yeah, like with each other on one side against a threat. They didn't do that in Infinity War.
No, of course not, because they were divided.
Yeah, because they were spread out.
Yep.
But
wait a minute though. In the final battle of Endgame, they do fight together.
They do fight together in Endgame. That's true. And they do that in the first one, and they do that in the second one, but I forgot about the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, in Age of Ultron, in the final battle against Ultron and all his bots and shit at Sokovia, they're all together. That's the last time you get to see Hulk as Hulk in the Avengers. Like, as like legit Hulk.
I've never thought about that.
Yep. And then, of course, there was Ragnarok. But after that, in Infinity War, he wasn't Hulk. Thanos beat his ass, and he was just Bruce Banner for the rest of the movie.
And now, I think we are going to see a now, which kind of leads to this next part. Like, what version of Hulk do you think we're going to see in She-Hulk?
Well, in Endgame, he was Professor Hulk, and a lot of people don't even realize this. Whenever I bring this up, people are surprised almost. In the final battle of Endgame, Hulk's not in it. There's not one single scene of him actually doing anything other than running with them at the beginning of the battle. You don't see him actually do anything for the rest of the thing. That's it. You don't see him anymore. He's the only freaking Avenger, the only character that did not actually have any fight scenes or hit anybody or do anything in the entire final battle.
He did, however, smash. What was it that he had they showed it for like a snip little bit. It was somebody who was flying, or it was like somebody, I don't remember who it was. But they did, like, he did over and hit somebody, and then after he made that punch, they didn't show him.
Are you sure?
Remember who it was.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
When they said Avengers Assemble, he did, however,
He ran with everybody.
He ran and made a punch. But I don't know who. I kept forgetting who it was.
Did he just punch the air?
No, he punched the face.
Oh, okay.
But then after that, I don't remember. I don't know who it was, and I'm with you. I didn't see him.
Maybe if he would have punched Brie Larson, that would have been tight. You know, that I would have understood. That would have been much better than fighting air or like punching air.
And the reason I asked that question about Hulk, though, is even though we see him as Professor Hulk in the end credit scene of Shang-Chi, we don't see that. We don't see Professor Hulk.
No, he's regular Bruce Banner again. Now in the She-Hulk trailers, he's Professor Hulk again.
Are we going to see the alteration? Is he going to go back to the?
He's not going to be in the MCU long enough to ever actually become like World Breaker Hulk or anything like that. It's not going to happen. I get it. The fans want it and everything and whatnot. They do. They want to see him with Wolverine and all that shit and everything. Like those rumors, like 6 months ago or a year ago, they were going to do a movie with Wolverine and Hulk and all that. Just like the original Wolverine, origin story from the comics. Because of course Wolverine first appeared in the Marvel Comics in the Incredible Hulk comic book. But no, I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see Hulk stay in the MCU all the way into the Avengers films. I would. I think it would be a great move if they kept as many of the original Avengers, original 6 Avengers, into the MCU, into the Avengers movies as possible. I'd love it. I'd love to see it. But do I think it's going to happen? I can see Thor maybe making it that far, but Hulk, I don't know. You gotta remember, they still don't have the rights to him. Like they can't make solo films with him or anything like that and whatnot. I don't know all of the facts with that whole deal. I've heard a lot of different rumors, but as far as I know, officially, I think it's Columbia Pictures still owns Hulk's film rights.
And I think we might see and I'm forgetting the name of the Avengers film. I think we might see Hawkeye in the second one.
Why the second one and not the first one?
I just think they're going to pull Avengers Endgame again. Avengers Endgame. Bigger threat.
I mean, I don't know. You never know.
They might get much help as they can get.
I hate to say it. I love as much. I mean, look at the shirt. All right. Obviously, I love Hawkeye, but I'm sorry, but unless he does like a second season of Hawkeye with Kate Bishop, he's done in the MCU. You're never going to see him again.
I agree.
He's done.
But I just have a feeling that he might pull out. It may not be a second season of Hawkeye. It might not be Echo, but I just have a feeling that somewhere down the line he's going to come out of retirement and pull. And because there's this one big threat that's too close to his family or whatnot.
Well, why would Hawkeye be the original 6th Avenger that would do that of all of them? He already did his whole Ronin thing and everything. That's over.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he had his moment like that where he like became a different character and all that shit and everything.
Maybe he trains his daughter.
Well, I think if anything, Hawkeye should get a second season before Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight sucked.
No, I can agree with you.
Miss Marvel was 10 times better of a series than Moon Knight was.
I didn't think it sucked, but I didn't really. It was the one that I least cared about.
The first 3 episodes were pretty good.
The Moon Knight one. I guess what I'm trying to say.
The first 3 episodes of Moon Knight were pretty good. I thought it was going pretty well. But after episode 3, it went to shit. The finale was terrible. Worst finale of any Disney Plus show ever.
I hated the end credit scene. It's confusing.
It was not a good series. It was not consistent. The story was not consistent. It was all over the place. There was no concurrent theme at all. Miss Marvel had all that. Miss Marvel looked better. The visuals were better. It was shot better. And they actually built suspense up throughout the series to where you wanted to watch the finale. You wanted to. With Moon Knight, it was like...
I kind of felt like Miss Marvel had 2 finales. In a way.
I flat out said on the episode 5 review of Miss Marvel that with the whole going back in time deal and all that crap, that if that was the finale, it would have been a joke. I would have thought it was a joke. Since it wasn't, it was okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And I want to just point out, I am not the oracle of the MCU or whatever, but I did, without question, like I think 8 or 9 months ago, 10 months ago, I did on multiple shows. This is all, you can go look this up yourselves. I've done it on the Bleeding Edge and multiple other shows as a guest. When I asked, after like the D23 or whatever, or the other Comic-Con back then, where they talked about Miss Marvel and announced it, when I was asked what I was most optimistic for or looking forward to from all that from those Disney Plus series that were going to come out, I dropped Miss Marvel. I said flat out, I thought Miss Marvel, for whatever reason, in my gut, would end up being a solid series. I did.
Oh, I thought you said it. No. Okay, I was thinking of something else.
I said it's possible I said it's possible a lot of people will hate the character, right? But the series will be good.
Yeah,
and I was right because a lot of people did hate the character.
I'm actually having that same gut feeling that you're talking about
with
She-Hulk? A different show.
I got it with She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk's going to be the best Disney Plus series we're going to get this year.
I can agree with you on that.
The trailers look awesome.
I had that same gut feeling that you were talking about, but with a completely different show.
Well, wait a minute. What's left this year after She-Hulk? What's left?
No. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about MCU.
Oh, in general?
In general.
Oh, so Disney Plus series like next year.
Yeah. And that's
okay. I'm talking about this year.
Oh, okay, this year. There is one show, but I don't really care too much about it, and that's the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Oh, who cares? Unless
I'll watch it.
Unless there's like a cool cameo or something in it or whatever. Other than that, I don't think it's going to be very good.
I'll watch it, but it doesn't seem appealing.
Like I think probably if anything, the Werewolf by Night special will probably be better than that. I'm not sure when that comes out, if it's going to be coming out around Halloween or something like that or whatever, but I know they're doing it.
That's true.
That could be good, I think. That will actually be intense. That will be scary. It won't be funny. There won't be humor.
I feel like She-Hulk's going to have humor, but it's going to be...
Oh, yeah. Look, obviously, look at the trailers. There's tons of humor.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's sex and everything. Dating sites. She broke the fourth wall like 3 times in the second trailer. She broke the fourth wall, just like in the comics. She talked right to the camera.
Fun fact, the former WWE wrestler is in that trailer.
Cool. How do you pronounce her name? Meslani?
I think it was Meslani.
How do you pronounce her full name?
Oh,
the girl, the woman, the young woman that was an Orphan Black. I got it. Tatiana Meslani. Why I always have a hard time with that? I have no idea. Tatiana is not hard. It's just not a name that I'm very used to. I've never known any Tatianas in my life. I'd love to.
I don't know any either. It's not hard, but it's rare.
I'd love to meet one because I have to imagine if I did meet one, any Tatiana would be hot. With a name like that, how could they not be? If not hot, at least interesting. It's the kind of name that you think an intelligent woman would have.
I don't know.
Tatiana, actually, no, you know what? It also sounds like the kind of name that like a chick from like Sweden would have. Like one of those tall blondes from Sweden or whatever would have. They'd be called Tatiana.
or anywhere from that area.
Or like a Russian chick. I've actually looked into potentially getting checking out. I thought about getting one of those Ukrainian wives. Mail order. Why not, right? Just to try it. Fuck it. I can do a reaction video about it. Like a long concurrent reaction video.
3-4 hours long.
Yeah, on my experience of getting my own Ukrainian wife.
Now I do have a question for you.
Okay.
I've been told that we're expected to see some cameos of some people that there's some obvious ones, but there's some people that are expected to there's gonna be some cameos, but people that we might not expect. Do you see any in mind?
In what? She-Hulk?
She-Hulk.
Well, shit, we saw Daredevil at the end of the
That's true.
So we already know that, right?
Yeah.
It could be bigger than that.
Do you think by chance there's going to be and I don't know why I keep forgetting names, but he's supposed to be an Ant-Man in Quantumania, not Kang the Conqueror, but the other villain.
In Ant-Man Quantumania?
Yeah. I was told that there was going to be a second villain, and I was told what name it was, but I don't.
Kang's going to be the main villain. He's not going to be in a cameo role.
No, I'm not talking about Kang. I'm talking about another villain that's supposed to be in that show, but is not going to be the biggest villain of Ant-Man Quantumania. And I can't remember what the guy's name was. He doesn't have any. He has legs.
Is something wrong?
But they're short and it has a very big head.
What's the name?
Tiny arms too, kind of like a T-Rex.
Oh, you're talking about
And he's in that flying machine.
Are you talking about friggin' the Quantum Realm? No. Are you talking about the villain MODOK?
MODOK, yes. Do you see him as a possibility?
Yeah, I've heard rumors about that too.
MODOK in both, I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't watch any of the MODOK Hulu series.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I'd say it's a possibility. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, I mean, I'm not that familiar with MODOK from the comics. I know him. I've seen him in the comics. I know who he is, what he's about.
He's probably the guy that I am the most. He's probably the most. He is probably the villain that I am the most familiar with that has not yet been introduced in the MCU.
I just don't. I mean, I could totally see MODOK in an Ant-Man film. I could, but I don't see how it makes sense to have MODOK in an Ant-Man film that has Kang as the main villain. What would be the connection? Kang doesn't hang out.
I don't know.
Like, he's not buddies with MODOK. Kang does his own thing. He's like Thanos. He doesn't join teams.
That's true. You think it's going to be like
if they were going to drop AIM or whatever into the Ant-Man film or whatever, it wouldn't be in Quantumania. That'd be too much. On top of Kang, you're going to throw AIM in there too with MODOK and all that. Now, there were people that thought that character from Ant-Man 2 and the Wasp, from the show, the FX show, are
you talking about the one that's also going to be in that new series that's coming out? He's teaming up with John Walker, Zemo.
The guy who in Ant-Man 2 approaches the Wasp and asks to buy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
Wants to buy. Didn't he want to buy like all of Hank Pym's shit, like all of his whole lab and everything and all that?
Yeah. Although I thought it was from Ant-Man 1, but
No, that was Ant-Man 2.
oh, okay.
And yeah, he was on that FX show with the actor from Deadwood, Timothy Oliphant. It was called like Injustice or something like that, or whatever. I forget his name. But there were a lot of people who thought that he was from AIM, the villain organization or whatever, or like weapons organization from the comics. That's like similar kind of. It's almost like they're almost like sort of like a quasi Hydra.
Yeah.
Or like that group that was in Miss Marvel.
Oh,
Which I talked to Cyber earlier today, and neither one of us could remember what it was called again. We couldn't figure it out.
also played a little cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, so there were people who thought that AIM was actually a part of Ant-Man 2 potentially. That was AIM the whole time.
Yeah.
So it makes sense at that point. MODOK is connected to AIM. So at that point, it would make sense to have that would make sense. You know what I'm saying? If we did get MODOK in some way in Ant-Man 3, you'd expect AIM there to be there too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now that's pissing me off. I've got to look up really quick and see what that group was in Miss Marvel.
I think it was like not Shield, but like a faction of Shield that was supposed to take down superhero threats. People with superpowers.
What's it called? What are they called though? God, why is it so hard? Gotta find it out. Gotta look this up, folks. Gotta look this up, folks. Awkward sounds be damned. This is pissing me off. Damage control.
Ah, that's what it was.
Damage control. Damage control is kind of like AIM, but not. AIM is like a technologically based like weapons like production kind of like deal, right? Like that's what AIM does. They do science. They build shit. They make weapons. You know, like they're almost like Stark Enterprises, but like evil, right?
Okay.
You know, damage control is different. Damage control is like an actual active organization that like actually hires mercenaries and shit like that.
Okay.
Right. Now, what they were doing in the Miss Marvel series, I have no idea. I did not understand what their whole premise was or what they were trying to accomplish at all. I did not get that. But they were good. That was nice that they threw them in there. Nice comic book, reference and all that. Good fan service. But as far as cameos go, I think that honestly, I'm calling it right now, and I have multiple times. It makes too much sense for Marvel not to put Dr. Doom in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever, like end credit scene or something as a cameo. They have to.
I could see that.
What it would do for the film would be huge. And for the MCU in general would be huge. Massive impact. Dr. Doom is a very popular villain. When he's done right, he's great. Unfortunately, he was not done so well in the Fox Fantastic Four films. He looks kind of stupid.
Speaking of Fantastic Four,
especially
I know
that last
rumor.
That horrible one, that last one they made in like 2015 or 2016, that horrible one.
Oh, that was terrible.
That version of Doctor Doom was a joke. It didn't even look
Although
like
I do think it's kind of funny that they cast the same Reed Richards to play in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and he dies right away.
that version of Doctor Doom did not even look like Doctor Doom at all. In any way. Like there was nothing about him that was Doctor Doom. Nothing. And he sucked too as a character, as a villain in the movie. He was terrible. He was pointless. That was a horrible movie, man. Really bad.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Marvel Studios was very smart not following that blueprint. Although Chloe Zhao did a good job with it, though, with the Eternals.
So here's what I found out about. Now, here's what I've been told. Now, let's see if any of it you agree with. I was told that this next Fantastic Four will not be an origin story.
Yep.
And that Tom Holland, that Spider-Man will be making an appearance.
Hey, you never know. I mean, he's got one more guest appearance film on his contract. But by the time the Fantastic Four film comes out, I think that, which they already announced it, didn't they? In the Comic-Con?
Yeah, I think it was like 2024 or 5, one of those two.
Yeah, see, you know what? By then, Sony and Marvel Studios, Sony and I guess Disney, not Marvel Studios, but Disney will have worked out a new contract with Tom Holland and Spider-Man and everything. So his guest appearance will have already been done by then.
Yeah, so there's a possibility that he would have been a guest appearance before.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him in something like next year. They're gonna want to go ahead and hammer out a new.
Where though?
They're gonna want to go ahead and hammer that new contract out. Like, they're not gonna want to put that off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but I don't see where.
It doesn't benefit Sony or Marvel Studios or Disney to wait to do that next contract.
Now I have to look it up. 2023 Marvel MCU films.
Especially with how well Sony's their own films are going, as far as making money, especially the superhero films, the Venom films are terrible. At that point, they need some Tom Holland. They need Spider-Man. That's our cash cow, baby.
Okay, now I'm looking at it. Looking it up.
There were rumors for a long time, like over a year ago, that he might pop up in Captain Marvel 2, when it was still called Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't see that happening.
The only other film I can maybe see him making a guest appearance is Captain America: New World Order.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, you got to remember though, he's Spider-Man. Spider-Man teams up with everybody.
That's true. I just
he teams up with everybody. That's Spider-Man. That's what he does. Everybody. Ghost Rider, the X-Men, Wolverine, Daredevil, the Punisher.
Whoops. I mean, because the stuff that happened in 2023, unless I'm seeing something else, Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania, there's that.
That's not going to happen. That would make no sense.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Makes no sense.
The Marvels.
Makes no sense.
And Blade.
Makes no sense.
And that's so far, those are the movies.
Yeah, it makes no sense. No connection there. He has actually.
Ooh. Actually, there is one other one. Secret Invasion. Possibly. Maybe.
You're talking about the Disney Plus series.
Disney Plus series, yeah.
See, now that's not what his contract says. It doesn't say anything about Disney Plus series. It says he has one guest appearance in a film left on his contract.
That's okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta remember, there is a difference. when contractually these Disney Plus series are not the same thing as a movie.
Now, Captain America: New World Order, that movie doesn't come out till May 3rd of 2024.
Yep.
So I don't see any 2023 films.
And
maybe they make an edit and possibly put them in a Disney Plus show. I just don't see it.
I just want to go ahead real quick and do some intense focusing here, folks. That is, of course, the Captain America right there. Not the Falcon, not the new Captain America. That is Sam Wilson, Captain America, baby. He is Captain America. And he's a man. And that's a badass poster. I love it. It's unfortunate that it doesn't actually pop up in any of my webcam shots or anything and whatnot. Did you ever know I had that, Nate?
No.
Hell yeah. It's nice, isn't it? You like it?
Yeah.
You like the Scarlet Witch one too?
Yes, I knew you had that one.
Yeah, that
one. You had the Captain America.
That was dope, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that I got the original, like the classic Falcon of the Winter Soldier poster too?
I saw that one.
Yeah, I love that one, man. I love it. I love the colors of it. And that one's awesome. That one has Zemo in it and Sharon Carter and everybody's in it. Now, what were you talking about earlier about Zemo and John Walker? Were we talking about the Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Who were you talking about was going to potentially be in it?
No. I was using it as a I was talking about Ghost, and I couldn't remember what her name
Ghost.
was.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense that Ghost will be in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and I used that because I thought you were talking about putting in Ghost and Ant-Man.
No. There's a better chance of seeing Ghost in Thunderbolts than there is in Ant-Man 3. She served her purpose in Ant-Man 2. I don't see how she would even fit into Ant-Man 3.
Actually, no. I was going to go bring it back to the. That would be a Disney Plus show, not a film. Never mind.
I think Ant-Man 3 is going to be a very self-contained movie. Like it's not going to connect to Ant-Man 2 very much. It's going to go in a different direction.
I agree because I don't see how it would.
No, it makes no sense. It's going to be much bigger. It's going to be much bigger scale, much more impactful, much more important than any other Ant-Man films. It's going to be a lot more serious.
I do, however, see some in-game flashbacks, though. A few.
In Ant-Man 3?
Yeah. Maybe like 1, maybe 2.
What, having to do with the quantum realm?
Yes.
Well, there's no question that they're probably going to go into the quantum realm at some point because they're going to show us what that city was in Ant-Man 2. And a lot of people believe that is Kang City, Chronopolis.
Okay.
In the comics, Kang's like capital city, like his home base is called Chronopolis, and it exists in the quantum realm. So it makes perfect sense that that's what that would be.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Makes common sense. I mean, the fact that we know Kang's going to be in it at that point. I mean,
do you think Kang has any connection to Wasp's mother?
Possibly. I mean, how else did she survive in the quantum realm if she was not in the city?
Fair enough.
How else would she have survived exposed in the quantum realm? I mean, she was in there for like what, 30 years or something shit like that?
That's true.
You know? I don't see how a human being could survive in the quantum realm and be exposed to that shit like that and live.
Who knows? I mean, the age difference was 30 years, yes, but who knows that it could have been a little longer? Maybe
no, wait a minute. Hope was a kid. when that happened. When they had the mission and she shrunk down and went into the
Yeah.
quantum. Hope was a kid then, right? And Ant-Man 2, Hope is like, I'd say probably early 30s, right? If anything.
Yeah.
So at that point, from a math standpoint, you have to figure that she probably was in the quantum realm for, at the most, maybe 2 decades, if that.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that we learned from Avengers Endgame that math and the timeline in the timeline in the quantum realm is completely different from the timeline from regular Earth, because he was only in there for what, 5 hours. And so what I'm saying is, it could have, even though it might have varied a little bit for her, it may not, she might not have, it might have been like, say, two decades in a year, or
I don't think
years.
I don't think timeline is the right word for it. I'm not sure what word you would use.
That's true, but it's the best thing I can come up with.
It's a different type of time. Like, time is different. Just like in Loki, right?
Yeah, I was going to use that analogy.
Yeah. And Owen Wilson says time's different here or whatever, and
there's no such thing as time except for you getting older.
He said that?
No, I'm just.
Oh.
That's the best way I can think.
Are you talking about me?
Think of.
Are you looking at me and like saying that?
No.
It's
just the best way. It's just the best way that I can think of in both areas.
Jeez, man.
That just sounded wrong.
Just because I'm gonna turn 40 in like the next 3 months or whatever and whatnot doesn't mean you need to like bust my balls about it.
Hey, I turned 21 in like 4.
There you go. And you know what? I'll tell you that this friggin' this douchebag, his name is Frankie. I met him on Rizzle, the platform that I started making content on, that I met Cyber on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was friends with him at one point. I thought he was an all right guy. He's from New York. I'm from New York. Whatever. And then
I know a Frankie from New York. I'm not sure we're talking about the same dude though.
Well, either way, for some reason out of nowhere, this guy like flipped the script on me or whatever, and started like stalking me and harassing me and shit for no reason. Way back, right? And like no joke, what do you call it? Oh, he went in my YouTube comment section in one of my Bleeding Edge reaction videos, and he was making fun of me. He was like, "What are you doing, Jeff? Are you just you're gonna be 40 years old eventually here soon? Are you literally just gonna be like covering Marvel and like making Bandmade reaction videos until you're like 50 years old or whatever? Like that's a joke." And I responded back to him, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be doing it. Like I hope to God I'm still doing it until I'm 70. Why not? Who cares? It's my life. If I like doing that shit, I'll keep doing it till I die. I don't care what Frankie fucking thinks about it."
And we're probably talking about the same person, but it sounds like let me rephrase that statement. We're probably thinking of two different people.
I've told you about this person before. You
Frankie, I know, it could possibly do that as well.
You know who I'm talking about. I've told you about this person before.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't really know that person, I guess.
I know I told you that he was harassing us in the YouTube comment sections.
I think I've seen that comment, actually.
Yep. Yeah, his name is Frankie. I can't remember his last name. He's from Long Island, New York. And now he is a hardcore rapper, a gangster rapper.
Oh, then no.
Remember I told you about that, remember?
Yeah, we're talking about different people then.
He's an actor now. He's an Oscar-nominated actor. He's a very talented guy. Remember I made that video?
Yes, I remember
My Stalker is My Hero. I love that, man. That's an awesome title. Like, I feel lucky to be stalked. by an Oscar-nominated actor.
I will say one thing though. About Frankie. No,
Do you honestly think you know Frankie?
no. Different person. Different
Okay.
person. The Frankie I know is from that New York area. Yes.
I was gonna say, because I'll be honest with you, knowing this guy Frankie as I do, I don't think you would get along with Frankie or like
But
Frankie.
he is not a rapper.
Okay. Yeah, well, Frankie's not a rapper either. I can tell you that right now. Like,
He's not even an actor.
if I played one of Frankie's rap tracks right now, it would be about as good as like that Fantastic Four film we talked about.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that. Oh well, no, never mind. Because you said he's not a rapper, and then anyway, never mind.
I mean, look, if I rapped right now, it would be better than Frankie, and if I rapped, it would be the most embarrassing shit ever. It would be horrible. It would be almost as bad as when we were reviewing Alien the other night on J Rant 2000's A Podcast Odyssey show, and Liz Dollface Gamer, or excuse me, Facebook Gaming. She's going by now. Or no, Dollface Facebook, I think it is. I can't even remember, but I can't even keep track of Liz sometimes with her names. Either way, she literally put this image of Sigourney Weaver from the movie on the screen, and it was the most unflattering picture I've ever seen of her in my life. Of her with her panties on, with her backside showing, and it looks like she has literally the ass of a 3-year-old boy in the picture. And I was legit I saw it and I was like, thank you, Liz. Thank you for giving me permanent erectile dysfunction right there with that picture. I appreciate that. I'm suing you at the end of the show for that shit. For permanent erectile dysfunction. Because of that damn picture. I mean, this was they should have stuck Brie Larson's butt double in that picture real quick. I think Brie Larson's butt double should be in the Marvels as another character.
I honestly think they should have.
Why couldn't they have just put some kind of padding or something in her pants or whatever? Why do they have to have a butt double?
I think they should have made Captain Marvel, the first film, to be named after Nick Fury and make that a Disney Plus show.
Wait a minute. They should have named Captain Marvel.
No, not the person, but the film. It should have been named after Nick Fury.
Named Nick Fury.
Yeah.
How? How does that make any sense? It's about Captain Marvel. It's her origin story.
It is kind of an origin story of both people, to be honest with you.
No, that's not Nick Fury's origin story in that movie. That's active Nick Fury at that time.
Oh.
Nick Fury's origin story has not been shown in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
But it was
Nick Fury did a lot of shit, Nate, and was into a lot of shit and whatnot, and been in the game and whatnot a long time before Captain Marvel happened.
It's where the name Avengers Initiative came from. It is basically from because of that whole situation. And so that's why I think it should have been a Nick Fury Disney Plus show.
Wait a minute. You're saying Secret Wars should have been a Nick Fury Disney Plus show?
No. Captain Marvel. The one that came in the 1990s.
So instead of the Captain Marvel movie.
The Captain Marvel movie from the 1990s.
There should have been a Disney Plus show with Nick Fury in the title.
Yeah.
As Captain Marvel's origin story.
Yeah. I just think more like Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Hold on a minute, Nate. Let's remember here, okay? That regardless of the fact that Captain Marvel made over $1 billion, right? Marvel Studios thought so highly of the Captain Marvel film that they gave her how much screen time in Endgame? What, like 4 minutes? If that, 5 minutes, maybe. So at that point, how well do you think that she would have played in a freaking 6-hour-long Disney Plus series? The more she's on screen, the worse she gets.
That's why I'm saying I don't think that she should have been the major focus. I think it should have been focused, still tell the same story, but focused more on Nick Fury than Captain Marvel.
Okay. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, hey, I wouldn't have minded. I would not have had a problem if they ever wanted to just make a Disney Plus series on Nick Fury himself or whatever, his whole origin story and whatnot. You know, that would have been fine with me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, you got to remember, at the time that they dropped the Captain Marvel bomb, right, in the Infinity War, what was it, mid-credit scene or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then they did Captain Marvel. That was the time when Kevin Feige believed that Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, was going to be like the future of the MCU, which I don't believe anymore.
So I have a little bit of I don't know if it's really considered a hot take, but it's a prediction, my prediction. You remember WandaVision where Monica Rambeau basically says that she has, I don't know how it's put out, but she basically said that she has beef with Captain Marvel over something. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch.
No, she didn't say that.
It wasn't beef. Like it was more like.
No, you're talking about the scene where they talked about the final battle of Endgame, and Captain Marvel took on Thanos, and it wasn't Monica Rambeau. It was Darcy.
No, it wasn't Darcy. I'm talking about somebody different. Something different. Something.
Monica Rambeau
different.
never mentioned the word Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel in WandaVision. Captain Marvel only came up one time.
Oh.
And they barely even talked about the final battle of Endgame. It was like a 2-minute conversation, if that. Not even. What I found fascinating about that whole thing myself, when I watched it, was wondering, like, who from the Avengers or whatever went to the media and, like, explained to the media what happened. You know? Like, who did that? Right? Like, I found that very interesting. Like, you know, how did, like, who went to the media? Somebody had to have gone to the media or whatever and told them what happened.
Wasn't Monica Rambeau part of that conversation?
She was there. Maybe it wasn't Darcy. It could have been her. But all she talked about, all that was mentioned was that Captain Marvel almost beat Thanos' ass or something like that. If I remember correctly, right? It was very quick. It was like a 1-sentence thing.
I'm thinking of something completely different. And I think it was something that was not mentioned on set.
I was going to say, because no, Monica Rambeau has never used the word, has never talked about Captain Marvel before. Like, from knowing her as a child, when her mom was friends with Carol Danvers, she would have never known her as Captain Marvel.
It says right here, the first 2 credit scenes of WandaVision's final... oh, never mind. I was just reading it out loud that
It was a very short conversation in that scene in WandaVision that we're talking about here, Nate. We're talking about when Jimmy Woo, right, is his name? from Ant-Man
Yeah.
and Monica Rambeau and Darcy, right? Go down to like a lab, right? To
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, to test Monica's clothes from being in the hex.
I'm reading an article right now that's saying WandaVision moment referencing Carol Danvers suggests some friction between her and Monica Rambeau.
No, never happened.
Yeah, I'm kind of remembering that differently.
The only reason why Monica Rambeau is connected to Carol Danvers and will be in the Marvels is because she knew her as a child. Her mom, I forget her first name, was Carol Danvers' flight partner or whatever in the military. And then, of course, Monica Rambeau's mom then became like either the head or like one of the big people at Sword before she died. And yes, in Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, that was Monica Rambeau's mom.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Wow, isn't this interesting, folks? How me and Nate have just managed to turn this whole San Diego Comic-Con Marvel Studios panel show into.
Speaking of Comic-Con,
Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, Brie Larson. We're kind of talking about the Comic-Con.
Speaking of Comic-Con, I will be going to the one in Seattle in a few weeks.
Awesome. I'd like to go to at least one or two. Not even Comic-Cons. Even
have you been to a Comic-Con before?
No, I have not. But I'd be happy to just go to like a straight up comic book type show, like event or whatever that they have around here. Like, not
Yeah, so not in 2 days, but in a week from 2 days. I'm going the 21st.
I'm kind of pissed off at myself. On the 6th, right? There was a huge comic book type event, right? Not a Comic-Con, but one of those comic book events or whatever.
Okay. Going back to this whole thing, according to what they said, when Agent Wu and Darcy mentioned Captain Marvel, Rambeau pauses, grimaces, and then changes the subject. Paris suggests that an inclusive interview with somebody intentionally vague, foreshadowing.
That was just the way that the scene went. It had nothing to do with Captain Marvel.
I think that they're going to explain more about that in the
Marvel
Secret Wars.
Oh, well, yeah, because Secret Wars is going to be tied into the Marvels.
Because I heard that I heard a rumor that
which comes first? The Secret Wars come before the Marvels, or is it the Marvels?
Secret Wars, because the only thing besides the films that come out this year, the only thing that comes before Secret Wars is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Okay.
What was I? And then there was one character rumored to appear. Now, it might be a completely different version of the person or whatnot. But Quake might be. I heard that Quake might be making a guest. No. Secret Invasion.
Oh, Secret Invasion. I heard that too. That Quake might be in it. Yeah, from Agents of the Shield.
Agents of the Shield. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And it's going to be the same actress, but I don't know if it's going to be the exact same person or if it's just another version of her.
I also heard that that Mockingbird from the comics might end up in the MCU. Was Mockingbird in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
That name sounded familiar, but I really don't remember season 3 and 4 that well. So I can't exactly say yes to that.
Mockingbird was a love interest of Hawkeye's, Clint Barton's in the comics.
Oh. No, I don't think so. That name sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Like it but was brought up in a TV show or something.
Oh, Mockingbird?
Yeah.
She's been rumored multiple times in the years that it's been rumored multiple times that she was gonna pop up in an MCU film or something at some point. She's not really a very well-known, like, massive character in the comics. She's almost like kind of a secondary character. Like Quake.
Yeah.
You know? But no, they figured out with Captain Marvel and Brie Larson after Captain Marvel, the film, that when they did Endgame, they very strategically made sure that they limited her screen time in the movie specifically, because they knew after Captain Marvel that the less that they used her, the better. And it worked. She was great in Endgame. Wasn't she? She was great.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, in the scenes she was in, her little bit of time, she was good.
I liked her in Community as well. I just in Community she wasn't really a major character.
I never watched Community.
It's a show that
Russo brothers directed it.
I don't know the director actually.
The Russo brothers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Brie Larson was in that?
Brie Larson was in, but very like a couple episodes, like maybe half a season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Russo that was one of the Russo brothers' first projects or whatever.
It was
Russo brothers
college.
Russo brothers started with comedy. Like comedic.
It was very funny.
Yeah, comedic.
Very, very funny.
Shows. Before they did Captain America, that's what they did.
Yeah, it was very, very funny. It had
Isn't that interesting that they picked them to do Captain America, the Winter Soldier, coming off that background? They had no experience whatsoever with any kind of action TV shows or movies at all.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a wealth of knowledge, baby. True knowledge, baby, in the house. That's right. I'm living it up. I'm living the title tonight, Nate. Nate makes true knowledge authentic. I'm just fucking with you, Nate. Guess what, Nate? It's time for Black Panther 2, baby. The trailer, the teaser.
One second. Like, I kind of need to use the restroom real quick. So,
okay. Well, you know what?
I'll have to hop back.
I want to give you credit right there for your professionalism for handling that so well.
Okay.
That was great, because I've had a guy actually in a reaction video before just like walk the fuck out of the video completely and just take off. Yeah, it was great.
All right.
I'll see you in a minute.
Oops. Trying to take myself off.
I was wondering if you were gonna like go, if you were actually gonna sit on like some kind of like mobile potty seat or something and like go right there. I didn't know.
Anyway, I can't seem to take myself off. So,
oh man, I'm sorry, Nate. Nate's a good guy. He's my buddy. I've known him for a long time. I only bust his balls because I love him so much. He's good people, without question. But anyways, folks, on Sunday's show at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, we'll be live. Sally the MCU girl will be on the panel. Loki's mom, Renee from the Podcast of Champions, will be on the panel. Cybernetic Shark, my Coast, will be on the panel. Well, actually, I'm not sure if he's moderating or I'm moderating. I'm not even sure yet, but he'll be there. I'll be there. And I think probably, I don't know, maybe one or two other guests, probably two. At least one. It'll be a pretty big show. And we're probably going to be delving into Captain America 4, the Daredevil series, the official Daredevil Disney Plus series. That's going to be 18 episodes, I guess, right? Which is crazy. I'm still a little bit suspicious as to, you know, how similar to the Netflix Daredevil series this is going to end up being on Disney Plus, right? Because at the end of the day, it just would make no logical sense at all. It would be stupid to make a Disney Plus Daredevil series that's 10 times worse than the Netflix Daredevil series. It would make no sense. It just would not help Marvel at all or Disney at all. You know, it wouldn't help Daredevil either as a character in the MCU. It wouldn't. It would be like the Moon Knight Disney Plus series all over again. Better than that, but like still equal if possible. Not as bad. Just because Daredevil's a great character. And Charlie Cox is great as Daredevil. He really is. And Vincent D'Onofrio will be in it. And he's freaking great as Kingpin, too. Now, how big of a role he's going to have in that series as Kingpin, I have no idea. I don't think a very huge one, but he'll be in there. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually has a bigger impact on the Echo series that he does on Daredevil. Are you ready to get you your dose of Namor, baby?
Anyway, yeah.
Did you like how Namor looked in the Black Panther 2 teaser?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you know what? Before we do that,
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
What's up, guys? It's Alex.
It's Quinn.
It's Iconic Comic. We are here, ready to react to Infinity War trailer number 2. Been waiting all day for this. You guys have been waiting all day for this. Let's stop wasting time. Let's play this trailer.
I want to talk about... I'm kidding. Let's just watch it.
You know, really quick, I do want to say, play the trailer.
All right. Let's get this. 3, 2, 1.
My body's ready.
The entire time I knew him, he only ever had one goal. To wipe out half the universe. Infinity Stones. He can do it with the snap of his fingers.
Snap!
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Hell yes. Okay.
He's coming to us. We have what Thanos wants, so that's what we'll use.
Let's talk about this plan of yours. I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
Holy
That looks
shit.
so awesome.
Is near. When I'm done,
Oh my god!
half of humanity will still exist. Perfectly balanced.
Oh my god!
As all things should be.
Oh my
I
god.
hope they remember you.
What? Oh my god!
codenames. Then I am Spider-Man.
Get tickets now. We heard again.
There you go, Nate. Good trailer, right?
Yeah.
I did get the second one. The second one's the best one because that's the one that has that ending with Cap catching Thanos' punch or whatever and shit. I love that scene. I never get enough of watching reaction videos of that trailer and seeing people's faces to that when that happens. You know,
It's kind of funny too.
because people are so blown away by it, you know. And like some people cried like at that point, like some women cried.
I get that, but for that one, I didn't, unless they do it at the very end and that's not part of it was shown. I didn't really see any like people were laughing. I get that, but they didn't say any words. I guess what I'm trying to say. They didn't like. They didn't actually. They laughed and they're like very intense and stuff like that, but they didn't give any like comments to it, unless if they did it at the very end, and I was not.
You mean the You mean the reactors themselves?
Yeah. I've seen some music videos where people would go and pause. They would go and pause the video to talk about how they really like this or this part was funny. Why? I didn't see that from them.
Well, those guys. I love those guys. I've watched them do I've watched that reaction from them. At least probably like, oh yes, you know that is right there, Nate. You know what that is, baby. Got some Bandmate coming soon, baby.
Bandmate, yeah.
You know it, man. You know it. I even got a new song for you that you haven't heard too. But no, I've watched that reaction video probably at least 3 or 4 times. Those guys always do that same deal. They don't say anything really. They just like bang the desk and shit whenever anything happens that they think is cool. You know, they do this. They don't. That's all they do. And they like make noises and everything like that. Like that one guy, like when Thanos popped up and he was like with Gamora and everything. That one scene, he was like, "Oh my god!" He looked like he was about to like fall over.
Well, I mean, it's funny, but
that was a good trailer, man. Like you got to remember,
it was a good trailer, yes. But the video itself, I would have liked to see more.
What do you mean? The trailer itself or the reaction?
The reaction. I'm not talking about the trailer.
Oh, so if I would have played the rest of it and let you hear them talk,
yeah,
you would like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, because I mean, there was another like 5 minutes to that video.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I didn't want to play that whole thing, you know, and whatnot, because like, I mean, what is it? I mean, you know, look, if you've watched any of these reaction videos before, everybody pretty much says the same things. You know, like it's all the same. You know, Cap's probably gonna die. Iron Man's probably gonna die. Who's gonna die? You know, whatever. Thanos looks awesome. But I must say that what I do really appreciate about the first Infinity War trailer is that they start off with Thanos' voice before they show him, right?
Yeah.
Like he almost narrates the trailer.
He kind of did that a little bit in game as well.
Yeah. So like Nick Fury starts it, and then he comes in, Thanos comes in, you know, and you know that's Thanos. Like there's no way it could be anybody but him, right? He doesn't sound like anybody else.
Yeah.
And his voice was just so that Josh Brolin voice was just so freaking like intense and like cold, you know, and like precise, you know, and like serious and like, you know, and about his business.
Yeah.
And loved it. I just thought it was great. But no, I love watching the women react to these trailers. The girl reaction videos, the women reaction videos to these trailers, they're great. They really put on a show. They get up and run and shit and jump, cry, You know, like jump around and everything and whatnot. It's crazy. They really get into it. I don't do any of that crazy stuff when I watch like trailers. I do reaction videos. I just sit there.
I laugh, but that's it.
I mean, you know, I was watching some reaction videos to the Wakanda Forever teaser with the people crying and everything during it, and I was laughing at it. I'm like, you kidding me? Come on now. The shit wasn't that good.
I think they were more crying over Chadwick Boseman's death, though.
I don't know. Because when they cried, in the reactions I saw, it wasn't when they showed the image of Chadwick. It was
Okay.
like it was almost like through the trailer. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when Chadwick's mom says that whole deal. You know, and I've lost my entire family. Have I not given enough? That's actually very powerful, I thought. That caused the people to cry. Angela Bassett. I think that was the most powerful, impactful moment of the whole trailer, personally.
Yeah.
Besides seeing Namor.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's very powerful. It really is. But again, it's just a trailer. You know, it's a good trailer. But I think what we should do, Nate, is why don't we close the show out with Bandmade Manners, and then we'll watch the Black Panther 2 teaser. We'll do our final thoughts on it, and we'll close it out. We'll call it a night.
Okay.
Is that a good plan?
Yep.
Appreciate you, brother. Good show, man. Good to record with you again, brother. Been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
You know what, man? I've got to make sure that the next time that we actually, you do know, right, that Shield comes out on the 18th?
Yes, She-Hulk does come out on the 18th. So
it's a Thursday, not a Wednesday.
Yeah, that is
because of the Star Wars series. I forgot how to pronounce it.
Oh, I almost forgot about the Star Wars series. It was
because of that. Yep.
Was it the Ahsoka one, or is there another one that comes out before?
It's just an A. It's the one that. It's the one that's connected to Rogue One.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Because of that series, they shifted the She-Hulk Disney Plus series off Wednesdays.
So it's going to be Thursdays instead. Okay, that makes sense.
On Thursdays. So that means we're going to be doing the She-Hulk, just so you know, because I'm sure you're going to want to at least get on at least one of the She-Hulk episode reviews on our show. We'll be doing them on Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, so it would be. It would last, I think I should be doing the same thing on my show.
Which one?
Either one. No, I'm just saying on the with great power.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing on that, but it's not going to be the same day every week because my shifts are so they're not the same schedule every week. So I'll
try. Just so you know, I don't mind reviewing those episodes more than once. So if you ever want me to come on and do a review with you, I'll come on.
Yeah, I don't think I will be doing the same episode. I mean, I've been told that I should probably do it, but I don't think I probably can review the same do an episode in the same time every single week.
I wouldn't worry about it. Why not just do 2 or 3 with us? There's 8 episodes.
Yeah, and I can stream it on mine too.
There you go. So I mean, but I mean, I can easily give you 2 or 3 chances to come in and review a couple of episodes and whatnot, right?
Okay.
You get a chance to talk about it.
Okay.
But no. So at that point, right, the main Wednesday show, we're not going to be doing Disney Plus. So at that point, we're probably going to be doing some more of our Infinity Saga review series movies, the movie reviews. We just did Guardians of the Galaxy 2 on Wednesday.
Okay.
We had a great show, great panel. We had Lord Deathman, the best guest in history, the man, Lord Deathman. We had Art Stanton from the Podcast of Champions. We had Renee, Loki's mom from Podcast of Champions. Alexis, Alexis.
Yes.
From Religion Broadcasting Network.
Yeah.
And we had Taylor from Podcast of Champions, the really kind of stoic guy, kind of quiet.
Oh, yes, I know him too.
Yeah, so it was a very serious review. And Cyber, it was very serious. No jokes. I didn't crack a single joke on the whole show. And it was also like a lot of people on the damn panel show with like a lot of like very productive guests, like really solid guests of like people who want to talk, So it was kind of intense. I even had to like shut my mouth and like just be quick with my shit for once, so that people could talk. Great show though, great review. But no, what I was gonna say is, you've never done one of our Infinity Saga movie reviews with us before.
No, I don't think I have.
No, and of course, since you're my friend and my fellow creator, and I've known you for so long, I would want you to come on and do one.
Oh, you know what? I mean, I'll do one, but I have done one actually. Well, part of one,
but not on the Bleeding Edge. You did a part one of one on the Bleeding Edge.
I know I've done one with you, and I think it was the Bleeding Edge, but I might be mistaken.
Hold on. If it was me, then it had to be the Bleeding Edge. Where else would I have done one?
It was the first Doctor Strange movie. It was a while ago.
Really? You were on that review?
Yeah, I was on for a very, very short amount of time, but yes, I was.
That was only a one-parter. We didn't do that in the two. Did you only come on for like half the show?
Yeah, I was late and I hopped off early.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you did already do one before.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's okay though, because we're gonna have some really good ones coming up. We're getting into phase 3, so that means we're gonna have Black Panther. We're gonna have Ant-Man 2. We're gonna have Captain America: Civil War. We're gonna have let's see what else? Ragnarok. And the first Spider-Man film. And why is it so hard? What else?
Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh wait, no, never mind.
No, we just did Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I thought was for the phase.
It was in phase 3. It was in phase
3. Okay.
Beginning of phase 3. Yep. And let's see. That's it. I think after that, you get into Infinity War and Endgame and Captain Marvel. Unless I'm missing something.
No, I don't think you are.
There's no more Thor films after that. There's Ragnarok and that's it. There's just the one Ant-Man 2 film.
And the Iron Man films have already passed.
We already did them. Yep. We already did them. We did Hulk already. We did Captain America: Winter Soldier. We did Captain America: First Avenger. And we did Guardians of the Galaxy 1, right? So yeah, we're actually getting close to the end of phase 3 once we start getting through those movies. So those will be, you should try to get in on one of those films.
I will. The only thing is that it conflicts with ASAP Wrestling Hour. So I'll probably like hop on part of that ASAP Wrestling Hour and then hop on part of your show. Do like a little bit of both.
Okay. Hey, you know what, Nate? At the end of the day, one of the cool things about having these weekend shows is that it gives me a chance where my friends like you know, that I record with and whatnot, that are fellow creators, that can't make it for the Wednesday show all the time. It doesn't work with their schedules, right? Like Andrew from GNN, that's my friend. They can never do the Wednesday show, but he can do the Fridays and Sundays sometimes. For people like him, you know, or whatever, he can come on the weekends, right? So if you have a conflict or whatever with the Wednesday show, at least there is the Friday and the Sunday show now. So you can come on and record with me. You know what I mean? We can cover shit.
Fridays are usually what I can do. It's what best fits my schedule.
The Sunday shows probably wouldn't work for you, to tell you the truth, because like this one on Sunday we're doing it at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That'd be 3:30 p.m. your time. That'd be too early for you. You wouldn't want to record then.
I mean, if it was 3:30 any other day of the week besides Sunday, I might be able to do it. Not Sunday or Saturday though.
I don't know, man. I don't like to record in the day that much, unless I have to.
The earliest I ever recorded a show was probably about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you know what? You know Danny. My friend Danny, the content creator. He has his own network on YouTube. DJB Productions or whatever and whatnot. Haven't you met as a guest on Bleeding Edge, my friend Danny? Older guy.
Don't think I have.
Okay, well, he asked me to like come on and record with him a couple times at 10 a.m. in the morning and do shows at 10 a.m. Right? Okay. And I can't do it. I told him straight up. I'm like,
most of the time I can't either.
Yeah, I was like, look,
but I have hopped on a few times on.
I have too. But you know what? When I have done them that early, I've only been able to do it if I stayed up all night before I did it. If I sleep in the morning, it's 50-50. Either I won't even be able to get out of bed by 10, right? Or if I do get out of bed, I'm so lethargic and shit, and I feel so crappy, I don't want to record anything. I don't get social and I don't get energy and everything and whatnot until the evening. That's why I prefer to record in the evening. Like when I hang out with people, when I go out and do stuff, I do it at night. Like if I go on a date, I go at night. I'm more social at night. I like to talk more. I have more energy.
It's more of the afternoons for me.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. You know? I mean,
it depends. It depends where.
I mean, I've done the Podcast of Champions shows at 5 p.m. a bunch of times. I don't mind doing that on the weekends, right? It's okay. But, you know, for special occasions, it's okay. But me personally, I can't do 10 o'clock in the morning. Unless you're from a different country or some shit, I'm not doing it. I see no reason to. Plus, I can't drink alcohol at 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Probably not.
No, I shouldn't. It's not a good thing to do. It doesn't lead to anything good. You know, for most people. But either way, banners, baby. Then Black Panther 2, name more. It's gonna be awesome. Teaser, baby. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. That Cyber thinks sucks. He thinks it's a terrible trailer, Cyber says. You want something funny? Cyber, right? The big movie guy, right? That's his deal on the MCU's Bleeding Edge. He's the cinematography guy, right? This been doing movie reviews forever, right? He's never seen Godfather 1 or 2, ever. Is that not fucking crazy?
I don't think I've seen it either.
Well, you know what? That makes sense though. But Cyber's like, you do know Cyber's like a lot older than me, right?
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Right? Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
You do know, even though you haven't seen them, you do know, right? That like I'm sure you've heard that Godfather 1 and 2 are basically considered like two of the best films ever.
By you? Yeah.
No one's ever told you that?
Besides you? No, not really.
Wow. Damn. They're great, Nate. I'm telling you. I don't see how anybody could watch them and not think they're
Now, there's been a couple of other people that have recommended it to me.
Why do you think they're such classic films? You do know that, like, whenever they do like the rankings of like the best films of all time and everything and whatnot, those two films are always right there at like 1 or 2 or 1 and 3 or some shit every time. They're epic movies. I mean, Godfather 2 was Robert De Niro's big breakout role.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say his breakout role. It wasn't his breakout role, but it was one of his classic roles. You know, like he was awesome in Godfather 2. And you had Al Pacino and De Niro in the same movie. Right? Like in their heyday, not old. So, again, you probably don't. Do you even know who Al Pacino is? I'm just joking. I'm playing. I'm busting your balls, Nate. I know you know who Al Pacino is. You do, right?
Eh.
Come on, you know who Al Pacino is.
No, I know who he is.
You saw Scarface.
Just don't know much.
You never saw Scarface?
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know. I know you know who Al Pacino is. You do.
Yeah, I do. Just took me a little bit.
I know you do. And you know who Robert De Niro is too, right?
Name sounds familiar, but I can't put it to the face.
You do. I know you do. And that's okay, Nate. I understand. Again, if I was your age, I probably would never have watched The Godfather either. Bandmaid, manners. This shit's gonna blow you away, Nate. You're gonna have a panic attack during this shit.
Ah, so this is recent.
Oh, hold on. You know what? I am actually going to, just in case, I don't take any chances. As a precautionary measure, I'm going headphones.
I've been told to do that as well. Except I need to find mine. I'll wait.
Because I just don't know yet, like how these external speakers translate with music like this, with videos like this.
I've definitely been told to do that when doing acapella reactions.
What? Use headphones?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Go to dancing well. I don't give a damn forever. Evolution keeps you like you were brave. Oh, what challenging. You can try to back. Look back, thinking you're fighting. Whoa, but I can't make you come back. You said you ever come out and never end.
Ooh. That was different.
That was awesome. This is sick.
Evolution, you're so cool and brave. Oh, what challenging. Can't go back.
Listen to that bass.
She could lose the kids to me. Don't like that. Take her by the world. Never ending dream to your
There you go, baby. Best live rock and roll band in the world right there, Nate. Killing it. Killing it, man.
One question. And it kind of has to do with this, but it's just general question. Have you been when you notice when you put the headphones on, is there any like key points that you might have been able to point out that you wouldn't have when not having these headphones on doing these reactions?
If I just had the external speakers on?
Yeah. Anything you notice differently?
I mean, it's very hard to articulate because, for one thing, I've only had these new external speakers for a little while, so I haven't used them that much. But I will say that they do sound different. I mean, when it comes to the bass, right? The bass is very, very deeper and like a lot more impactful, right? Coming off this, you can't see it. Well, I can show it to you. Hold on.
I can see it on the left.
Okay, so you see that massive subwoofer right there? Yeah,
by the laptop or further back?
By the laptop.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah.
Those the little one on top are the original Logitech external speakers I got, the little tiny ones.
Okay.
The big subwoofer is the new ones. So those bitches pump out some audio, so they pump out some watts, some volume. And honestly, it's louder. The whole song's louder. It is louder.
I should try that next time.
It is. The whole thing's louder. The bass is a lot louder. I can feel it almost, like vibrating almost, like that's to be from the subwoofer. Does that make sense? Like that's how that because that's the bass comes right out of it. Right?
Yeah.
Like Konami's guitar solo that she threw down right there.
That was unexpected.
Oh, did you like
the rest of it?
Did you like that when Miku jumped in and was like, yeah? I saw you like,
Yeah,
react to
that was
that
unexpected.
surprised you, huh?
The rest of it, I felt like I thought I've heard that song before.
You may have.
Maybe they did that song, but they just added a piece as a twist.
I thought about it, Nate. Why don't we just finish talking about the Band-Aid video and then we'll call it? And we can
Okay.
we can do a Black Panther 2 teaser reaction together tomorrow if you want.
Depends on the time.
On the timing, yeah. I don't want to go any farther with the show. We're already at 2 hours anyway. But
That's
no,
true.
let me ask you a question though. What did you think of Psyche's vocals in that song?
They were great, as usual, but they were pretty great.
What about the harmonies?
I felt like it was pretty balanced.
I mean, you tell me. Wasn't there a lot of energy coming off of their harmonies, like especially right there in that last stanza when they came off?
Yes, there's a lot. I was able to point like each one of those parts out, but it was kind of balanced in a way. I know it's a bad analogy. But
no, balance as in you could separate the different sounds of the instruments and everything and whatnot, and like
but they work really well. Kind of like, and I know it's a bad analogy, but stoplight.
And the transitions are very smooth. They're very clean.
Yes. Yeah, they're still the red, yellow, green, but it's still part of that stoplight.
They're that good, Nate. They're that good.
Yeah.
They're that good. Have you ever noticed them make a mistake?
No, not really. They work together. I mean, they probably practice like so much.
Yeah, I'd imagine
on their own.
Yeah, you don't get that kind of timing with your harmonies like that from nothing.
No, not really.
You know, and honestly, I if anything, the more that I get into Band-Aid, I'm at a point where Akane was my favorite maid at first. Now I'm at a tie with Akane and Miku, the backup vocalist and the rhythm guitarist.
Okay.
Miku just has this energy that I love. You know, at the end of the day, she is the boss behind the scenes. Like, she writes the songs, right? She started the band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's the one who stepped down as lead singer to let Psyche take over, right?
Okay.
You know, learned how to play guitar just to be a bigger part of the band, help the sound. You know, I mean, you know, she handles all their press stuff, right? She's their media person. She's like essentially like the spokesperson for the band. Her and Psyche. Konami and Miku write the music and write the lyrics.
Okay.
Behind the scenes, Miku runs the show, essentially. But yet, on stage with the band, she plays a secondary role. You know, she's not as good as playing guitar as Konami is, obviously. You don't see her busting off solos like that on her own.
I don't really.
I mean, she did do that little zing zing deal on her own and whatnot.
It's kind of like voice play in a way, because you really don't see the percussionist guy do a solo, but you might see him. You don't see him perform one often, you might see him perform one.
You've seen Akane do a drum solo before.
Yes.
Akane is good in that song. She's great.
Yeah.
In those transitions, she's great.
Pretty much in any acapella clip, you might see somebody perform. You might see the percussionist sing, but it's not very often.
When I do the reaction videos, right, people where I introduce Band-Aid to them,
yeah,
almost everybody always likes Akane first. That's who they go to, the drummer, Akane. They go right to Akane. What did you think of that intro with Misa and Akane to start the song off with the bass and the drums?
I thought it was, like I said before, I thought it was something that I've already seen before from them. Because I felt like
it was still unique, though, wasn't it?
It was still unique, yes. but I felt like you were showing me a clip that you've already shown me before.
I may have.
Until that part where the lights went out.
Oh, when Miku did her little yeah deal.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was some shit where if you were at that concert live and you saw that shit, and then you saw Kanawi bust off that guitar solo, you'd be like, flip it out. I don't know how you could not get like pumped at that point.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, could you imagine seeing a band made live?
I haven't seen that very many concerts live. I mean, I have seen a concert live.
You've seen Band Maid live.
I haven't seen a lot.
You've seen Band Maid play these videos live. And how good they are.
That's true. That's true. But I'm saying I haven't gone to a live. Been to a live concert a few times.
I see, but
not very often.
What do you think a Band Maid concert live would be like?
Trying to think of an analogy here. Not as big as the Super Bowl, but probably more like.
We got to remember, they're not big enough to where, like, when they do their tour here in the U.S. at the end of the year, they're not going to be playing stadiums.
If they were to play in an NFL game, I would probably say they'd be playing in a Thanksgiving game.
They're going to be playing the venues that they're going to be playing at, if I understand correctly, on their U.S. tour are going to be like 10,000, 12,000 seat venues. Not even seat, but like standing room only, like venues.
Yeah, and that would probably fit like maybe a Detroit Lions home game.
What you see right there in those live videos of the audience, that's how a Band Maid live show would be like. You'd be right in there with the other audience members right next to them.
Yeah. Or it might be wait, never mind.
Or I mean, there might be seating in the back or something, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But if you like the band, you're going to want to go closer to the band. I don't think I would mind standing, and I don't think I would have a problem standing for a whole show to listen to Band Maid, watch Band Maid. I'd love to do a reaction video of you at a Band Maid concert, Nate.
Oh gosh. I've been close to one, but still.
That'd be a great reaction video. Watching you see banners played live in front of you.
Last time I've been to a concert was at a state fair. And that was 7 years ago.
I was supposed to see a concert right in the beginning of the pandemic in Tampa with my ex-girlfriend. Like a one of these local radio stations, like a K-Rockathon type deal or whatever, one of those deals. With like, I think Shinedown, and damn, what is that one rock band with the female lead singer? That's popular. I can't remember the name. That was that was the last concert I was supposed to go to. This was 2020. And of course it got pushed off, it got pushed off. I'm not even sure what happened with it. I don't even know. But before that, the last actual concert I went to was a 10 band for $10 in upstate New York. Same thing, K-Rockathon it was called. Alternative rock band show. In upstate New York in the early 2000s. And Bruce Springsteen with my parents and my ex-girlfriend from back in high school. I haven't been to many shows in like the last. I haven't. I mean, since I've gotten older, I haven't gone to a show in a long time. I mean, I've seen bands. I've seen live music at like restaurants and clubs and stuff. I haven't been to a show. You know.
I've been to a few, and they were over at the Texas State Fair. So they weren't big. Although I have seen, and it's still performing a show, but it's completely different kind. I have been to a few marching band concerts. And of course, I performed at a couple too, but I have been to a few marching band concerts in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas.
Mark Rutledge just went to see Rage Against the Machine live the other day. He told me. I was very jealous of him. I guess we're doing like a reunion tour or something like that.
Kind of want to see an acapella show live, to be honest with you. There's only one show that I know that has done an acapella show, but there's only one group that I know has done an acapella show live.
Nate, I'm getting you a Bandmate poster, man. You need a Bandmate poster.
I know exactly where I would put it too.
You need one. You need a Bandmate poster, man.
I would probably actually turn this around real quick. I would probably move the completely get rid of the tornado poster thing. I'm gonna get rid of it completely, and then move the Texas Rangers Michael Young one there, and then put the Bandmate underneath it.
Well, here's the question though: would you want one like mine, where it's the whole band, or would you want an actual individual member of the band?
I don't care about who's in it. I just like the size where the length is longer than the width.
Or would you want just like a straight Bandmate poster where it's like a black background with the Bandmate logo?
I like the logo.
Yeah. All right, brother. I'll keep that in mind. When's your birthday?
January 8th.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Either I'll get you a Bandmate t-shirt or I'll get you a poster.
I rather prefer a poster.
That's a good move. I agree with you on that one. That's a logical decision right there, Nate. All right, well, tell you what, Nate. Let's get out of here, man. That was a great show. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what? It's always fun, man. You know, I'll tell you right now. It's so much contrast to do like the Wednesday show I did the other day with, 6 people on the panel or whatever, right? And then Cyber moderating. And now here I am with just you. We did the show 2 hours long, longer than that show, just me and you.
I think this is the third show that we've done with just you and I. 2 on your show, 1 on mine.
You could be right, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if we've done 2 or 3 of these here on the Bleeding Edge.
I know I've done multiple podcasts with you, but all of them that I know that we've done were with one other person, except for those three.
You do know, right, Nate? I'm sure you do. You are intuitive enough with me to be able to know, right, that like I have the most wonderful things to say about you to other people, right? When I talk about you, and like how long I've known you and everything and whatnot, and how like you've introduced me to all these different people and everything and whatnot, you know, and like
yeah,
like I met you before I even started my own YouTube channel.
No, I will say that all the people that I've introduced you to are very, very knowledgeable. I mean, they have other passions too. They're very, very, very knowledgeable about sports. And now you've introduced me to the other side of what I really want to do.
You don't even know. You don't even know that I know about sports too, man. I just don't talk about it.
Yeah, especially your basketball. You know a lot about old school basketball.
I know sports. I like sports. I can talk some sports. Yeah, I just like a lot of classic stuff. You know, I got to get more into the new stuff. I want to start paying attention and following the Knicks like now, like with the current Knicks, and like, you know what I'm saying, to get into the new team.
Yeah.
You know, especially, I mean, I don't know. I think they overpaid for that Jared Brunson a lot. As far as I'm concerned, the contract they gave him was insane. You know, but they're acting like this guy's gonna like freaking take them to the championship or some shit.
I don't think it is. Maybe a playoff appearance, maybe. But even then, as a 6th seed, 7th seed, somewhere around there.
I'm just telling you right now, some of the YouTube videos I've seen, some of these YouTubers are acting like it's some huge, big fucking thing that they signed Brunson to play point guard or whatever. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. But for one thing, he does not play very good defense at all. Not a defensive player.
It's kind of like when the Broncos drafted Drew Lock. There's a lot of people, including me at first, I will admit, that said that Drew Lock was going to be a very, very, very solid piece.
Brunson's not even a pure point guard. He's like a 1-2 kind of guard. He's a shooting guard, point guard, combo guard.
Yeah.
He's not even a pure point guard.
I will say this though. I don't like the fact that Mavericks got rid of him.
Well,
I thought he fit the Mavericks really well.
If anything, he's a lot like Emmanuel Quickly that the Knicks already had.
Yeah, true.
Same height, same size, same skills. Maybe Quickly's a better shooter up from the outside, maybe. More athletic, too.
Yeah.
Brunson's a better passer. Neither one of them is a great defender on the perimeter. At least that I've seen.
And my Nuggets, we made a trade and then we got some bench depth. And I think that our biggest issue is that none of our guys can stay healthy.
Did Jokic win the MVP?
Yes, he did.
Is that his second one or his first one?
Second.
Wow.
His first one was 2 years. His first one was the year before.
That's crazy. You know what? I can't believe that. Honestly, I never thought in this era of the NBA, I never thought we'd even see a center win the MVP again anytime soon.
So the last 4 years, it was Giannis Antetokounmpo back to back, and then Nikola Jokic and then Nikola Jokic back to back.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Embiid ends up winning one by the time he's done.
I could see it.
If he stays healthy?
I could see it.
I mean, he's a force on both ends. He's a great defensive player.
Our biggest issue this year, I think it is really staying healthy. We traded away Will Barton this year to the Washington Wizards.
I like Will Barton. I always have.
Yes, but
he's just kind of a tweener. He's not really big enough to be a small forward, but at the same time,
I just felt like Will Barton took control of the ball way too. Like, I feel like Catavius Caldwell Pope was the guy that we got. I feel like he's a better passer than Will Barton is.
Barton had an interesting skill set. He could handle the ball, right?
Yeah.
He could shoot the three a little bit, and he got better at shooting the three over time. But as a mid-range shooter, he's shit. He has no mid-range game at all.
And he takes control of the ball way more than I feel like he should have.
And at his size, with his strength and everything, you'd think he'd be able to post up smaller guards and shit like that, but he doesn't.
And we also got rid of Monte Morris as part of that trade, and we got some dude that's been on 14 teams by now.
Are you talking about that? You talking about that point guard that the Nuggets drafted in like the second round a couple years ago?
No. Oh yeah, Monte Morris. We got rid of. Yeah, I think we got rid of him.
Wasn't he like a late first rounder or something, or like a second rounder?
I think he was like a second rounder. He was nice for us, but I mean, we ended up getting Ish Smith, which I don't like that part of it.
Yeah,
as part of that 4-player trade. I don't like Ish Smith. Really.
I mean, I'm surprised Ish Smith's even still in the league.
And then we got DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan's still in the league?
Yep.
He really fell off, man. Like, he was, like, so good at one point, and then, like, the next season, it was, like, blah.
And then that sums up our offseason. I feel like as depth pieces, we got worse, but as our starting five, I think I like it a little bit better than last year.
Once DeAndre Jordan left the Clippers, that was it. Never the same player.
Yeah, I can agree.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got hurt or what. I'm not sure what happened, but he's not been as impactful defensively in like on the alley-oops and everything and whatnot, with his vertical, with the dunking, since he left the Clippers. Wasn't it? Didn't he go to the Knicks at one point for a year?
Yes, but that's not where we got him from.
Then he went to the Lakers, right?
He went to he was from the Knicks, then he went to the Lakers, and then he went to the Brooklyn Nets, and then we picked him up.
Yeah, that's right.
No. Hold on. He went to the Nets, and then he got traded. I think he was part of that James Harden trade to the Sixers, and then we picked him up.
Oh, or Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand that trade.
I felt like
Harden was a good piece with Durant and Irving. I didn't see how Simmons fit with them.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Nets lost that trade. I think that Philadelphia won that. If there was a winner, I would say it would be Philadelphia, but I don't think they're really. I don't see how it benefited Philadelphia at all.
I'm not an expert on Simmons' game, but I do understand his limitations and his strengths. And in terms of what Irving does and what Durant does, I just don't see how Simmons complements them at all. Except maybe on defense. Because Simmons is a pretty good defender, isn't he?
Yes.
And he can defend any position, basically.
Basically, Simmons can do anything well except for shooting.
Yes. He cannot shoot.
And
at all.
It's not just that he doesn't. It's not that just that he can't shoot. It's that he doesn't want to shoot.
You know what? It's weird, too, because unless he's changed it, his shot, the way he shoots, his shooting figure, gives off the impression that he has a soft shot, like a soft touch, right?
Yeah.
So you'd think that he could shoot a little bit, but he can't. He's not even okay from like 10 feet.
He's not even okay with the free throw.
No. Oh, I thought he improved his free throws a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not where I want it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though. At the end of the day, though, because he's a freak of nature athletically,
True.
right? He can handle the ball like a point guard. He's 6'10". He weighs like 250. He's strong as shit, right? He's as strong as any power forward out there. His vertical is off the charts. He's athletic as shit. He's fast. He's quick. You know, I mean, he's a great perimeter defender, lockdown defender. He can guard in the post. Good rebounder. Good passer. That's all he does is pass. Is he scoring now more? I mean, last time I was watching him, he was just passing.
He was barely noticeable with the Brooklyn Nets.
And how much? And he was coming off of the contract he signed with Philly, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure was a mass contract, right?
Yeah.
So he was probably he probably is and was making like what, $27 million a year or some shit.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I don't know his contract actually.
And what's the averaging like? 8 points a game, 7 rebounds.
So he actually averages 15 points a game.
Wow. Damn. How many rebounds?
Hold on.
Can't be more than 6 or 7.
It's 8.1.
Ooh, okay. All right.
But last year it was 7.2. So I'm saying out of his whole career, it was 8.1.
Oh, his career average is 8.1.
Yeah, last year it was 14.3 points per game. 55.7 field goal percentage. 30% from the 3-point line.
Wait a minute. Okay, I was about to say, don't tell me that he shot 30% from the free throw line.
6.9 assists. He steals probably about 1.6 per game. Blocks is 0.6.
He doesn't block shots.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because he does have a pretty big wingspan. He's an interesting player. I mean, honestly, he's talented.
Oh, wait, no. Hold on. That was 2020 stats I read. That was 2020 stats. And then 2021 to 2022, apparently he didn't play.
What?
He did not play because of a back injury.
So,
and same thing with the year that he was drafted, which was 2016 to 2017.
He missed the last 2 seasons in a row?
No. He missed the first season, the year that he was drafted.
I know, his rookie season, he missed the whole year.
Yeah, and then
just like Embiid.
Yes. Except, even though it was an injury, it was an injury. Even though it was different injuries, they were both injuries.
That just shows you. So if that 55% field goal percentage was for just the 1 year, 2020, or career?
That 55%. Oh, it was 56, but yeah, that was for his whole career.
Okay, that just shows you how little he shoots from the outside right there. Because if he ever shot from the outside at all, he would not be shooting 56% from the field.
Yeah, and it's somewhere. His best was 2019, 2020. That was 58.
Yeah, see, all that shows right there is that he does not shoot from anywhere from like 6 feet and out or in. That's it.
He's never led the league in anything except for in 2019, 2020. He led the league in steals.
Okay, well that's something. That is valuable.
Everything else, he's never led the league in anything except for that.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did the Nets receive draft picks along with Simmons for Harden?
Yes.
Okay. Now that makes sense.
I don't remember how many, but yes.
Okay, that makes sense because Harden's a totally different player than Simmons.
I think it was like 3 to 4, and then I think both teams receives about a couple of draft picks.
And this is how much more you know about the current NBA than I do. Does Harden play point guard for Philly?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, he does.
You want to talk about a player that really evolved their game from where they started in the NBA to like where they're at now over time? Compared to when he first came to OKC, he is at a totally different level. It has been for a while than when he first came in the NBA. And he was a sixth man. You know? He was not as dominant at all then. And that wasn't because of Westbrook or Durant. That's just because where he was. That's just where he was at as a player.
Yeah, there's. I'm looking at Harden's stats right now. He was drafted in 2009, 2010 in Oklahoma City, where points per game he. Hold on, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he was. He basically was a 3.3. He led basically about a 1 3-point shot a game. 3-point attempt.
When he played with OKC off his rookie contract, he was a backup 2-guard and small forward. He didn't even play point guard at all. He held the ball here and there, but he was legitimately a small forward and shooting guard. That was what he was. And he was a sixth man.
I'm not sure what TOT is.
TOT?
It cannot be Toronto.
Turnovers?
No. As a team. It shows that he was on 3 teams that year. TOT was one of them. I don't even know what that is.
What year?
Twice. 2021 to 2022, and then 2020 to 2021. I'm not sure what TOT is.
I have no idea either. I didn't know he played for 3 teams in a year.
No, I don't think he did.
I know he played for OKC, and then he went from OKC to the Rockets, right? Right?
Yeah, he went from Oklahoma to the Rockets, and
then the Nets, then Philly.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it was? I think it has to do with something about getting traded in the middle of the year.
Okay. And the difference between stats and everything? Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they're split into 2 different halves, but they're a full year.
Yeah, because he was traded at 2 different NBA trade deadlines. One when it was involved with 4 different teams, and one when it was just involved between 2.
Honestly, I think it was Dan and Tony at Houston that really like set him loose, right? And really let him be what he could be. You think about it in that system, letting him handle the ball and everything and whatnot, right?
Yep.
That really changed his game. Anyways, we're at the 2.5-hour mark here, Nate. Unless you want to try to like compete with me in business 3.5-hour live stream show.
No, I gotta work in the morning.
I think we should call it. All right, folks. For Nate the Great and for Jeff S, aka True Knowledge, over here at the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't, then you don't have to. We like it when you do. Cybernetic Shark and I would love it to get to 2,000 subs. It'd be nice. Then we'd love to get to 10,000 too. That'd be great. And do me a favor. Make sure you give Nate some love. Nate, before we take off, please feel free to let everybody know and me know what the hell you're doing with your content these days. I don't even know how many shows how many shows do you have now? 7?
Oh, right now I'm just doing a lot of mini clips. I've been having a busy schedule with work and all this kinds of stuff. Well, I'll start off with the All Sports All Plays Network.
You're doing it with great power again, though, right?
Yes, I am doing with great power again with She-Hulk. I'm doing a live reaction.
Okay.
To, well, not really it's more like a post reaction. To all 9 episodes of the She-Hulk series. So that's for Minds of Creativity. Going on to the ASAP side, I'm doing a lot of like maybe breaking news clips and things like that. If there's news that broke, I'll be there, especially on the hockey side. I'll be doing a lot of that. Also coming out with a documentary, more details to come out soon. And then over on the third network that I'm a part of, the Man Hour Football Network, I will be having special guests all throughout the year as the Denver Broncos season continues. I will be having a special guest to do like a post-game show, even if that show is not going to be happening on the same day of the game. I still will be doing a post-game show with a special guest, starting off with the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right. And Nate is also going to actually do a reaction video of me banging a chick sometime soon.
Oh,
a new kind of concept for YouTube, right? Nate's going to narrate the video of me and the chick. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great collaboration for me and Nate. It's going to go down in history. It's going to be very intimate for us as friends. Right, Nate?
It's going to be uncomfortable.
Just don't touch me while I'm naked, okay? Because, like, I don't get down like that with dudes, all right? I'm just messing with you, man. I'm playing. Anyways, man, I'm sorry. I had to make you laugh one time before we left. All right, brother. Let's get out of here, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right, folks. I'm just busting Nate's balls. He's a great guy, man. I support him. You should support him. Good-ass man. If he loves acapella, you should love acapella too. It's better than Bandmate. No, it's not. But it's close.
Every day of the week. If I hop up on the mic, they gon' play it on repeat. Cash 100 milli check, I get paid just to breathe. Kill it 24/7.